Once upon a time, in a vast and beautiful jungle, a mighty lion reigned as king. His closest and most trusted advisor was a clever monkey who served as his vizier. The lion, having ruled for many years, decided he needed a long journey for reflection and exploration. He planned to be away for 2 full months. Before he left, he gathered all the animals and announced, "During my absence, my trusted vizier, the monkey, will rule in my stead. Obey him as you would obey me." And with a final roar, the lion departed, leaving the monkey in charge of the entire kingdom. Word of the king's long journey spread like wildfire through the surrounding lands. Animals from far and wide, hearing that the mighty lion was gone, saw an opportunity. They began to migrate into his territory, seeking out the best spots for themselves. Among these newcomers was a family of foxes, led by a particularly cunning male. They found a truly magnificent grove, a place filled with lush grass, a clear spring, and cool shade. This just so happened to be the lion's personal favorite spot, where he would often relax in his leisure time. The monkey, making his daily rounds to ensure order in the kingdom, was shocked to see the fox family making themselves at home in the king's private sanctuary. He immediately approached them, his tail twitching with agitation. "Hey, you foolish fox," he chattered, puffing out his chest to look more authoritative. "Have you no sense? Do you not fear the wrath of our king, the lion? If he were to return unexpectedly and find you here, he would surely tear you to shreds. You must get out of here at once." The fox, who was calmly grooming his fur, merely glanced up at the monkey with a sly glint in his eye. He didn't even bother to stand up. "A lion, you say?" "I'm not afraid of any lion, or even a tiger for that matter," he said with a dismissive yawn. "You see, these lands belonged to my ancestors long before any lion claimed them. Therefore, they are rightfully mine. I only came back after hearing that some lion had wrongly taken over. If and when your Lion King returns, you just let me know. I'll be more than happy to teach him a lesson he won't soon forget." The monkey was completely taken aback by the fox's audacious words. He stared, his mouth agape. The fox's confidence was so absolute, so unshakable, that a seed of doubt began to sprout in the monkey's mind. He thought to himself, "This can't be an ordinary fox. Such bravery, such defiance. Perhaps he is another powerful animal, a magical being disguised as a simple fox, testing us." Fear began to creep into his heart. Without another word, he turned and scurried away, his mind racing with worries about this strange and bold creature. As soon as the monkey was out of sight, the fox's wife trotted over to him, her ears flattened with anxiety. "Are you mad?" she whispered urgently. "Why would you say such things? We should leave this place immediately. What if the lion really does come back? That monkey will surely tell him everything you said, and we'll be in terrible trouble. He'll have our hides for this." The fox simply chuckled, a low, rumbling sound in his throat. He nuzzled his wife reassuringly. "My dear, don't you worry your pretty head," he said smoothly. "I know exactly what I'm doing. When the lion comes, I'll find a way out of it. Just trust me." His calm demeanor did little to soothe her, but she reluctantly agreed to stay, placing her faith in her husband's cunning. A couple of weeks passed, and life in the grove was peaceful. But then, one afternoon, a faint but familiar sound drifted on the wind from the distance. It was a mighty roar. The fox's wife first stood on end. "It's him," she cried, her voice trembling. "The lion has returned. We're doomed. Now what? You clever husband, find your solution now." The fox's ears twitched, and a clever smile spread across his face. He pulled his wife and cubs close. "Listen carefully," he whispered, his eyes gleaming with mischief. "Here is the plan. When the lion gets closer, I want you to start pinching our cubs, just enough to make them cry loudly. I will then shout and ask you why the children are crying. You will reply, 'They're hungry, and they want me to make them kebabs made of fresh lion meat.'" The she-fox looked at him, bewildered, but she saw the confident spark in his eyes and nodded. Just as planned, as the lion, accompanied by the loyal monkey, approached his favorite grove, he heard the sounds of crying pups. He paused, his brow furrowed. Then a loud voice boomed from the grove. It was the fox. "Why are my dear cubs crying so?" he shouted, his voice echoing through the trees. The she-fox, playing her part perfectly, responded in a high, clear voice. "Oh, they are just so hungry. And they have a very specific craving today. They want me to make them delicious kebabs of lion meat." The lion stopped dead in his tracks. He turned to the monkey, his eyes wide with disbelief and a flicker of fear. "Did you hear that, monkey?" he whispered, his deep voice suddenly unsteady. "What manner of creature is this that has taken over my land? To sit in my own sanctuary and so brazenly declare that their cubs demand lion meat for dinner. This must be a truly formidable and powerful animal. Perhaps we've made a mistake. We should leave this place and find another territory, another desert to call home." The monkey, however, was not so easily convinced. He remembered the fox's small stature and thought it must be a trick. "Your Majesty," he pleaded, hopping from one foot to the other. "Please think, you are the king of all animals, the most powerful beast in the world. This could be nothing more than the clever trick of a weak, insignificant animal. Be careful. Don't let him fool you. Let us at least get a closer look." Persuaded by his vizier's logic, the lion cautiously took a few more steps toward the grove. The fox saw them coming. He gave his wife a subtle nod. She immediately started pinching the cubs again, and their wails grew even louder and more desperate. The fox waited a moment, then shouted again, his voice even louder than before. "Wife, why are you making the children cry again? Is there not plenty of that tiger meat I brought home yesterday? Give them some of that." The she-fox's voice rang out in reply, "Oh, there is plenty of meat from other animals, my husband. We have tiger and deer and boar, but the children are being difficult. They say they are tired of the old meats. They want new, fresh lion meat." The fox then delivered his masterstroke. He let out a loud, theatrical sigh and said, all right, tell the children to be patient for just a little while longer. My good friend, the monkey, has gone to fetch the lion. He must have tricked him and is bringing him here right now. As soon as that fool monkey leads him into our trap, I will catch the lion, and I promise our children they will have all the lion kebabs they can eat." When the lion heard this, his blood ran cold. He turned and glared at the monkey with pure fury in his eyes. All his fear and uncertainty transformed into rage directed at his loyal advisor. You cruel, treacherous monkey!" The lion roared, his voice shaking with betrayal. "So this was your plan all along. You were leading me to my death, conspiring with this monster to deceive me. Before I die, I will make sure you pay for your betrayal." And without another moment's hesitation, the enraged lion lunged at the poor, terrified monkey. The monkey had no time to explain or defend himself. The lion, in his blind fury, tore his once trusted friend to pieces. Then, not even daring to look back toward the grove, the mighty king of the jungle turned and fled in terror, running as fast as he could, never to return to his ancestral lands. And so, through sheer cunning and a clever trick, the fox, an animal a fraction of the lion's size and strength, seized the entire kingdom for himself and his family. He proved that in the end, it is not always the strongest who wins, but often the smartest. Thank you so much for watching our story today. If you enjoyed it, we'd be so grateful if you'd subscribe to our channel, give this video a like, and maybe even leave a comment to let us know what you thought. We'll see you in the next one.